Hello, and welcome to this short presentation of the Green Freight Europe program. This video is designed to help you understand the benefits of becoming a Green Freight Europe member and how you can apply for the Green Freight Europe label for your company. Green Freight Europe is the leading industry-driven program to support companies in improving the environmental performance of freight transport in Europe. Our mission is to help your company reduce fuel costs, CO2 emissions, and air pollution caused by the transportation of freight across Europe. Green Freight Europe rewards companies that demonstrate awareness and a commitment to the adoption of green freight practices. The reward is a label that your company can use to recognize your commitment to sustainability. The Green Freight Europe label program establishes 4 tiers of recognition. Each tier is represented with a leaf in the Green Freight Europe label. The greater the commitment of the company towards sustainable practices, the more leaves it is rewarded. The first leaf is awarded to companies that demonstrate their awareness of CO2 reduction by calculating their baseline CO2 footprint. Green Freight Europe provides members with a secure CO2 monitoring tool to report CO2 emissions in a harmonized and industry-accepted way based on existing EU standards. To obtain a second leaf, companies need to set CO2 reduction strategies and define their targets. Green Freight Europe provides members with a toolbox of industry best practices from which they can reapply. Different strategies can apply for shippers, logistics service providers, and carriers. To obtain a third leaf, companies need to implement their CO2 reduction measures and achieve a reduction in their freight emissions. To obtain the highest recognition level, the fourth leaf, companies need to strive for sustainability leadership and achieve their CO2 reduction targets. Green Freight Europe will provide its members with a way to benchmark their performance with the rest of the industry. The speed by which you obtain leafs is in your hands. You can decide if you want to apply for just one leaf and move up the ladder slowly, or decide to go for more leafs quickly, setting you apart from the competition. With this in mind, you can apply for new leafs once a year. Now let's talk about you. Does your company buy freight transport services to move your own goods and products, or the ones of your customer? Then you are a shipper or a logistics service provider, LSP for short. The companies you engage and buy transportation services from, we call carriers. Do you ever wonder if you have chosen the most sustainable and fuel-efficient carriers? Do you want to know how other shippers and LSPs have turned their supply chains into sustainable ones? Do you want to know your CO2 footprint and have a standards-based industry-accepted report which you can share with your customers? Then joining Green Freight Europe and participating in the Green Freight Europe program will support you in achieving your objectives. Do you own a transportation fleet and offer your transport services to companies across Europe? Then you are a carrier, and the companies you serve we call shippers. Do you want to be able to access the business of shippers that are committed to sustainability? Do you want to learn about best practices that can help you make the right decisions about your fleet and reduce your running costs? Do you want to know your CO2 footprint and have a standards-based industry-accepted report which you can share with your customers? Do you want to be able to benchmark your CO2 footprint with the rest of your peers? And joining Green Freight Europe and participating in the Green Freight Europe program will support you in achieving your objectives. It's easy to join this industry-driven initiative. Simply visit the Green Freight Europe website at greenfreighteurope.eu and sign up for the program, or send an email to the Green Freight Europe staff and ask for more information. This can be your chance to demonstrate your commitment to sustainability. We look forward to welcoming you to Green Freight Europe soon.